Let them-
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We have Ravens first round draft pick Rashod Bateman here, in addition to offensive coordinator Greg Roman. As with past press conferences, we ask that you utilize the hand raise function and the moderator will call on you. To begin, we will start it off with Jameson Hensley.
Hey, Rashod, congratulations again. When when people watch you on tape, you can see that you play very big, as a big receiver. But there's always been this confusion lately about actually how tall you are. How tall are you? I know you were listed, I think, in Minnesota at 6'2". Can you kind of clarify how tall you are?
I'm not 6'2", and I'm not 210 pounds. I've never weighed that ever in my life. At the combine, I was 6 foot and I weighed it at 190, but I'm probably like 195 now. So,
Jeff Zarebek.
Hey, Rashod. Obviously, last night probably was a blur with everything that went on, and you've probably had a chance now to kind of think about everything. What's kind of the coolest thing that's happened over the last 10 hours or so since you found out you were going to the Ravens? Was it a phone call, just something your family said? What do you kind of remember about these last 10 hours that stands out?
definitely the phone call for sure is what stands out the most. But the other part that stands out the most is being here in the facility right now. You get drafted, it feels good, but actually being here, seeing the logos around, seeing the coaches and things like that, it definitely starts to hit you.
And to the media members, just want to let you know that Coach Roman has joined us from a separate Zoom. We're having some technical difficulties that we're working through right now, and we'll continue to ask questions. Oh, there's Coach. All right, excellent. We'll now move to Childs Walker from the Baltimore Sun.
Sorry about that. Hey, Rashod, I don't know how much you've gotten to talk to your fellow Ravens first rounder, but it seems like you guys have a good bit in common as guys who kind of came on later in high school. And just from talking to people from your background, neither one of you is going to be satisfied with where you are now. I was wondering, do you kind of identify with each other in that way?
I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. I was just saying, I don't know how much you guys have gotten to talk to each other, you and Owe, but it seems like you have a good bit in common as guys who kind of came on later in high school and, guys who aren't going to be satisfied with where you are now. Do you kind of identify with him in that way?
Oh yeah, definitely getting to know him a little bit, but I'm excited to get to meet him so I can learn a little bit more of his story. But yeah, I can tell that we definitely both got similar backgrounds. I definitely think that's why we both the way that we are. We're hungry and we always want more. So I'm excited, to meet him, be teammates with him and get to work with him.
Ryan Mink.
Yeah, hi, Rashod. Welcome to the team. Just wondering how much buzz you heard pre-draft about kind of the Ravens and their history at wide receiver. Fans have been looking for a player like you for a long time. Is that something that you were aware of before the draft?
If that, to be honest, I was just focused on my name being called. And whenever that was, it was called. And luckily it was Baltimore. So I'm just happy to be here.
Bo Smoka.
Hey, Rashod, again, congratulations. Have you had a chance to speak with Marquise Brown or Miles Boykin or other of the Ravens receivers? Have they reached out to you? And if so, what have they told you?
No, I haven't been in contact with anyone yet. Hopefully soon, though.
We'll go to Bobby Trossett.
Hey, Rashod, good to meet you virtually. What's that one thing more than anything else you're going to bring to Lamar's offense?
Everything he needs. I feel like, I'm an all-around receiver. I proved that I could play in the inside, I could play in the slot. At the same time, I just want to be what's best for him, what's best for the team. So whatever position that may be, I'm just happy to fill that role.
Stan Charles.
Hey, Rashod, congratulations. I'm just wondering how much you are aware of the Ravens' offensive scheme, how much you've seen of Lamar, and whether you're excited the prospect of playing with him, because we hear supposedly this bunch of receivers that don't want to play with Lamar.
I'm looking forward to playing with Lamar. I've seen the offense over the past years. I'm excited what this offense could do. I'm just happy to be a part of this offense. I feel like it's very explosive. I just feel like we can just continue to go to higher heights.
We'll go to Jeff Zaribek.
Coach Roman, what can you talk a little bit about Rashod and what he brings to the table and how excited you are to get a player like that?
Yeah, of course. I hope. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I just told him I was surprised that he was there when we were able to pick, and it was a great pick by Eric and the staff. I think the thing that hits my brain is right place, right time when I think about Rashod Bateman here with the Ravens, because I think he brings a style that is really going to complement the guys that are here right now. I think to categorize him as an X or a Z or an inside receiver, an outside receiver is a bit short-sighted. So, we're going to teach the system. He's going to be able to play inside and out for us. I think his productivity since he got to college has been, and really in high school as well. I mean, he's been productive every single year he's played. He's been reliable, available, healthy, and pretty vibrant. When you really look at the production he's had, he does really a lot of things well, and that's hard to find. So we're really excited about getting him here and going from there. But I really think he's going to really complement the guys we've got, and I think we'll be able to use him in a lot of different ways.
Ryan Mink.
Yeah, Rashod, just wondering how you view yourself in terms of, as Greg said, you're going to play all over the formation, but do you look at yourself as a wide receiver and you say, hey, I'm a number one guy. I'm that kind of receiver. I can be the go-to guy. I can be that guy who puts up 10 catches a game. I can be a number one, in air quotes, wide receiver.
I know I can be a number one wide receiver. That's everybody's job is to be the number one wide receiver. But I'm not here to do that. I'm here to be the best teammate that I could possibly be with this team. So I'm just excited to get to work with these guys, and help these guys out in any way possible. So the goal is, to chase the Super Bowl and whatever that may fit, whatever my role is, that's what I'm excited to do.
We'll go to Kyle Barber.
Hey, Rashod, congratulations. You stated earlier that you're pretty familiar with this Ravens offense. You've watched it in years prior and such. What about this Ravens offense are you excited to be a part of?
The Lamar running game, just watching Lamar go out and do his thing. I'm excited for that because I know he's going to open up a lot for the outside. The receiver's going to open up a lot for him. So I'm just excited to see what this offense can do.
Cliff Brown.
Yeah, Rashod, just wondering, you were asked about your height earlier. It seems like watching film, you have always played bigger than you are. What about your style do you think allows you to play big, number one? And then number two, how much are you looking forward to going against some of the corners that the Ravens have in practice every day, like Marlon and Marcus Peters, and what that might do for your game?
One, I just think it comes with a lot of hard work and the mindset that you have. I know I've never been that big, but you always got to have the mindset of play big. My coaches told me that when I got to college. I took that and I ran with it. I'm looking forward to going against those guys. I know they're going to make me a better receiver. Hopefully I can do the same with them, make them some better DBs. I'm excited. So like I said, I just know they're going to make me better, so I'm just ready to get to work with them too.
Kevin Richardson.
Coach Roman, having weapons like Rashod Bateman and Sammy Watkins, how does that change your approach as offensive coordinator?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't want to call it an embarrassment of riches, but it definitely, and you talk about Hollywood and Devin and Miles, I really feel good about the guys we have, and you know this offense is really one that runs through Lamar, and you know we're always going to do what gives us the best chance to win. And when you add talent like that, I mean, it's really, I think, going to kind of expand our profile quite a bit, actually, to be to play with the kind of balance that we really want to play with. And I really think it'll probably take some pressure off some guys that have been here, like Marquise, you know, and free him up a little bit as well. So, you know, I think the field's about 53 yards wide, and I think people are going to have to defend all 53 yards of it.
Garrett Downing.
This question is for Rashod. You've talked about your confidence, and you clearly have confidence. Can you just talk about how important that is as a receiver?
I feel like it's definitely one of the number one things that you need to have in yourself when it comes to playing a sport, not even just receiver, just anything in life, you know, be it having that confidence in yourself. But at the end of the day, you know, that comes from your work ethic. When you go to work every day, put your head down, you know, that's how you earn that confidence. And, you know, I'm happy to say that I know I put my head down and I go to work. So I do have a lot of confidence in myself, and, you know, I'm excited to put it on show.
Bobby Jussett.
Hey, Coach Roman, could you speak to your role or maybe even your influence in last night's 27th overall selection?
Well, I don't think there's much to speak about there. I mean, I think Eric and his staff and Joe Ortiz, you know, we have a great process. There's a great process here at the Ravens. I've been with a lot of different teams, and the process and how they do what they do here is, quite frankly, better than anything I've seen. And, you know, so we all have our input, and I think last Saturday we pretty much got done as coaches, you know, with our role in it. And after that, really, Eric and his staff really take that and really kind of, you know, titrate down to the different scenarios and whatnot. So a week and a half ago, I had my say, and, you know, I gave Rashod a grade, and it was pretty high. And Rashod's the kind of guy, when you turn on the tape, it really doesn't take you long. I don't need to see stats. I don't need to see this, that, and the other. When you see certain players, you just watch the tape and go, wow, this guy's a good football player. Who is this guy? I need to learn more about this guy. And he's definitely one of those guys that kind of struck me this year as I started to really dive into you know, this draft, where it really didn't take you long to figure out this guy was a football player, and he can do a lot of things really, really well. So we're really looking forward to working with him, getting him into the mix. You know, it's a exciting time. You know, this team, this organization runs through our veins, and now it's running through Rashod's veins, and we're excited to get him here, get him and get working.
Todd Karpovich.
Hey, Coach. To follow up on an earlier question, you guys got 6 players in the receivers room, 6 playmakers in the wide receivers room that are going to want the ball, you know, that can make plays. How much is there going to be a big tweak to the playbook? Do you have to do a lot of changes to the playbook this year to kind of get more balance, or do you have things in place? Is there infrastructure in there already to kind of get that balance you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, I think, you know, some of that balance, we've been there. We've touched that. 2019, for example. I don't think there's a lot that we have to do from an infrastructure standpoint. There's definitely some things that we're doing right now to evolve, and definitely some things people are going to see from us that they haven't seen before. You know, our staff is working really hard and diligently on that, you know, for this upcoming season. But I don't really think, you know, I think when you really look at who you have to beat in the AFC these days, you got to have talent everywhere. You know, there's some really good teams out there, and you know, I really feel great about what we're building here. So, schematically wise, though, we're always going to change a little bit, and I'd probably say more so this year than we did last year.
Jonas Schaefer.
Hey, Greg, in January, Eric basically reiterated that this offense is a running team. It's a running offense. I know, as you just mentioned, it helps to have talent everywhere. But with Rashod coming in and, maybe some more guys you get today and tomorrow, does that just change what this offense could be by the end of December?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to remember that as we are a quote-unquote running offense, we still throw the ball more than we run it. We pass the ball. There's more passing plays per year than running plays, and that's something that we want to be great at both, and then we're going to work very hard at being great at both, because there's times when people from a numerical standpoint are just going to dare you to throw it and just commit more to defend the run than you can possibly hope to have sustained success against. And that's where we really want to take a big step this year. And, I think that's really going to be key to us kind of, taking a big step offensively. But, we're happy Rashod's part of it now. And it's really, I can't wait to get out on the grass and, watch him get to work and really improve his craft.
Amanda Luga-Latore.
This question is for Rashod. Rashod, congratulations. What advice your cousin Sean Green gives to you?
You repeat that for me, please?
Yes. What advice your cousin Sean Green gives to you?
What's the name you said?
Your cousin?
Cousin?
Sean Green? I don't have a cousin named Sean Green.
Okay, we'll move on to Ryan Mink.
Yeah, Coach Roman, I was just curious how you see Rashod's game being a really good match for what Lamar likes.
Yeah, I think Rashod, number one, is just an all-around really good football player, really good receiver. He's got good size, and as alluded to earlier, he plays bigger than, it might be in the program. Good catch radius, adjusts really well to contested catches, can really kind of contort and change his body position at the last second to make plays on contested catches. And you see savvy and you see instincts, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of times when it's like, Rashod, why didn't you break in? You should have broke out here. From what I've seen on tape and what we've all seen, he really shows a really good feel for leverage and the passing game, and how he can get open and using all those tools. So I really think he's going to develop into a guy Lamar's going to be able to just feel really good about throwing the ball to, and he's going to make a play.
Okay, we have time for two more. We'll go with Todd Karpovich and then wrap it up with Stan Charles.
I'm good, Patrick. I'm sorry. I forgot to put my hand down. Thank you.
Okay, Stan?
This is for Rashod. Rashod, whenever we see somebody like you that's getting drafted, we see a highlight reel of incredible catches, yards after the catch. How do you rate yourself as a blocker?
Blocking is definitely something that I still need to continue to work on in my game. I know that as a player, but all I can do is put my head down to go to work. I know that I'll be better for this organization, so that's what I'm going to focus on doing.
Okay, and lastly, we'll finish up with Kyle Barber.
This one's for Rashod as well. Who are some players that you modeled your game after throughout the course of your career?
I definitely studied Keenan Allen and Devontae Adams a lot. I think those guys are some of the two best route runners in the NFL. So I definitely studied them a lot, try to see what they do and put it in my game.
All right. Well, we thank everybody for joining us. Coach Roman, much appreciated. And Rashod, thank you as well, and congratulations again on being drafted by the Ravens. Our next press availability will likely take place around 6:15. So you can go ahead and leave the Zoom now and rejoin. We will send out an email or a tweet when we have a better idea of the exact time. Thanks again, everybody.